What about my love? Wasn't it enough? Just let me know so I can hold.
So the first one up this week
I swear if it's me.
for the
I'm
SEC predictions.
calling Rick if it's me.
Thank
Bro,
God.
I need to see this hat. I need to see the hat drawing, bro. I want to be in the call when you're doing this next week, okay?
I randomized it 3 times, and this is what it came to, Hayden.
It happened. I call collusion.
Who's your runner-up, Hayden?
Call it all you want, bro.
So my runner-up, I debated between 3 teams. I will give you the 3 teams because suspense. I had LSU, Tennessee. Yes, because I did actually think maybe Tennessee could shock people and maybe even get above Georgia. Didn't happen. I said, nah, took that out. And Alabama. And out of those 3, the team I decided to go with, Alabama. I have Alabama as my runner-up. And when I was...
Never mind.
What? What?
Nothing. I had a brain fart.
Okay. So I got a question for y'all. I know we asked this a few shows ago. Have you ever seen Nick Saban go into the transfer portal for a QB?
No.
I'm about to. Never mind. I want you to go ahead.
So
I have alarming news for everyone on this whole panel.
Okay.
I'm scared now. Now they did lose a lot to the draft.
It won't be alarming to me, but go ahead. Whenever he's over.
They lost.
I know what you're about to say.
Jordan Battle, Bryce Young, Jahmyr Gibbs. Of course, huge losses. But people forget they had the #1 recruiting class last year. And if anyone can make
They did. It was a great class. One of the best of all time.
Yeah, amazing class. And until I see otherwise, Nick Saban will make a good recruiting class into another freaking dynasty. I'm sick of it, man. And it's like, too, I was looking like at the safeties, and they had Caleb Downs, a 5-star recruit, who's going to be stepping up and taking the place of I don't know which role he'll fill, either Branch or Battle, but he's going to fill one of the roles. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming, but you never know. You don't know what the coaches see. So you got that, and then you got Malachi Moore as well, who is a senior this year, who's going to fill in for probably, I'm guessing, Battle if Branch is being filled by Downs or other way around. However they do it, they'll make it work. It's Alabama. And they still got Nick Saban. Like, I can't bet against Nick Saban in the SEC. Last year was a weird year for him and the Crimson Tide, but I don't think that's going to repeat. It's not going to repeat. So I got Alabama as my runner-up.
Got it.
Sora.
There was an ant.
That was your mic that time.
Yeah, because there was an ant. I killed it.
Damn.
What did the ant do to you?
Damn.
And invaded my property.
But
he said, I don't like the look of this.
I don't like the look of this. Bang. And then for the winner, it's not even a question for me. I got Georgia. Yes, they lost a lot of pieces on that defense, but
they did what? They lost. What did you say?
What did he say?
They lost a lot of pieces on the defense. Okay.
Lost a lot of pizzas?
Pieces. Bruh. Roll back this tape. I said pieces, not pizzas.
You said pizzas.
I said pieces.
They lost a lot.
About to get good.
What is this? Planet Fitness on a Tuesday, bro? What are we doing here, man?
A Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday.
What the hell?
What do you mean? What are you talking about? A Tuesday?
A Tuesday?
Tuesday. Yes.
Bro. Okay, Hayden, go ahead, finish.
Anyway, Georgia had the
incredible.
#2 recruiting class behind
Y'all don't speak
Bama.
English.
And if y'all remember my very first college show, I hyped up Dominic Lovett, and I am high on him.
No, I
this
don't
year.
remember that, but go ahead and remind us. I don't remember you hyping him up.
I did. Remember? We did.
No,
I
the,
just said I didn't remember.
now,
Go, Hayden.
Yes,
Go, Hayden.
sir.
Go.
Last year he had 56
Yo.
receptions for 846 yards and 3 touchdowns, and I think that's gonna improve this year.
He sounded
With-
like somebody's grandma screaming. Somebody come kill
Hold
this rat.
real quick, Fishing. I need you to say Tuesday.
Tuesday.
No, I need you to say it how you normally say it. Say Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Today, I heard today. Tuesday. Anyway,
So are they going to repeat, Hayden? Because I don't
Yes.
remember your college football picks. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And something else too. Carson Beck, he looked pretty good in that spring game as well. And if he can produce and be good, he could be better than Bennett. Now, just imagine a Georgia offense.
Oh,
with
he's going to be
George.
better than Bennett.
Oh,
What are
he
you talking
will
about
be.
here?
And you giving him
That's not gonna be
Lovett,
hard to
who actually looks good on Mizzou, too. He gonna be his number 1 this year, outside of course, the tight end position. I'm talking wide open. So I like what I'm seeing from Georgia. The offense is gonna look better this year, in my opinion. I believe McIntosh.
He's gone.
Stayed? No, he's gone.
McIntosh is
Yeah,
gone.
that's right. Yeah, he gone.
He was there at the Senior Bowl.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's right. My bad. He did stay. I mean, left. Oh my goodness.
Alexa, stop.
You good?
Power through, Hayden. Come on, man.
Anyways, you got Carson Beck, who's gonna cook. You got that offense, which is gonna cook, and of course the defense is gonna cook. And they got Kirby Smart with the frosted tubes.
Mhm.
Anyways, just move on. Before I have a panic attack.
You going to have a panic attack for giving your picks? well, here goes Hayden's picks.
Great.
Damn, man. This is, you know what I'm saying?
Brother, they caught me off guard. Okay,
Hayden's picks.
they caught me out.
I mean, I agree with you. There's nothing else to say, but then I agree with you. I think this is what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So, is what it is. All right. So that's Hayden's picks. Our local Big Ten guy. Now, my pick for runner up, if you guys, I'm not switching off of what I have for the college football playoff. I respectively had Georgia at number 1, Oregon at number 2, Notre Dame at number 3, and number 4 I had Alabama. So that's exactly who my runner up is going to be in this situation as well. Well, hold up, what you got to say?
Nah, hold up. Nah, this is back to that show. I remember I had Bama versus Georgia in the first round, and this man Fishing said, "No way that's gonna happen."
There's no way that's going to happen. They're not going to allow that to happen.
That's what he said.
The SEC
But yet
championship.
Dante has the same thing, and he says
No,
nothing.
No, I
no,
didn't.
Hayden. This is
No, he
the
did
SEC
not.
championship. This is East and West.
Listen.
No,
Yeah, this is East and West right here.
You just said you had Bama at the number 4 seed versus the
No.
number 1 seed Georgia.
College football playoff.
Yeah, and I'm just bringing up something. I'm so mad.
You had them 1 and 2 in your college football playoff. I have them 1 and
No.
4.
I had them 1 and 4. You can go back and look. Because I had Oregon at number 2. Number 3,
No, you didn't have Oregon at number
Michigan
2.
Michigan number 2, Oregon 3, Bama 4, Georgia 1.
Somebody rewind the tape.
Yes, I think
You can
Hayden
go
could have
back.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Well, I got Alabama. They got Tyler Buckner there. I still think that him and Jalen Milroe are going to have a quarterback competition until the end. That's just how I feel. And I think they're both going to perform well enough because that team and that recruiting class is going to be so damn good. I'm not a big believer of Kool-Aid McKinstry like everybody else. I liked Eli Ricks a lot better. But that's just, Eli Ricks. But I think they're still going to be good. I mean, Nick Saban's teams are not going to be bad. If anything, the second year after having a down year, they're always better. Just look at the history; it repeats itself at Alabama every single time. They have a down year and they come back, they strike. A down year meaning not winning a championship or not winning a national championship or having a one-loss team. They're gonna come out
in the SEC championship.
I just want to say, look at, I believe 2019 it was. They lost to, they faced Michigan, and I forgot the bowl game, and then next year they won the Natty.
It happens every single time. The amount of times that they probably should have three-peated was crazy, but they ended up repeating one time instead of three-peating. And that was with AJ McCarron. But other than that, no, ain't no damn goat. You better stop that.
The XFL.
You better stop it right now.
So that's my runner-up, and of course the champion. I got Georgia. Again, like Hayden said, in the spring game, absolutely incredible. I think Carson Beck is going to be a better quarterback than what people are giving him credit for. I think that he will be so good that he might sneak his way into the Heisman conversation later on in the year too. I think Ladd McConkey is probably better than a lot of people think. I think their offense is going to start steamrolling people again. Their defense, we already know what they're about. Losing A.D. Mitchell sucks, but I believe they're going to step up all the way around. Kirby Smart is not going to let them to fall at the wayside. And like I said, the way that they looked in that spring game was incredible. I've watched their spring game twice already, and I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm just telling you like it is. These are the best two teams in the SEC. It just is what it is until Oklahoma and Texas rear their ugly heads next year to make this whole thing interesting. And plus, both schedules are pretty favorable for both of these guys too, which we have not mentioned yet. So if you go back and look at Alabama and Georgia's schedule, it's not too bad. More so the way that they had to face other teams this year. The biggest threat to the SEC is Tennessee outside of these two, and that's on the shoulders of Joe Milton. And that's all I will say. And these are my SEC predictions. What say you?
I thought we were about to have more about Joe Milton when you said his name there.
No.
Gonna lie.
No, I feel like that comes with fishing. Don't know why.
Give me last. Yes.
Yeah.
Give me last.
Oh God! All right.
I feel like this was scripted, Sora. I feel like this was scripted.
It wasn't, because if it was, I would have been second after you went.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not gonna turn off of what I did with my playoff predictions. Absolutely, it is until some team dethrones either one of them. It is Alabama, Georgia as 1 and 2. But again, I'm sticking with my playoff predictions. So with that being, my runner-up is Georgia. Saban doesn't lose twice to a team. They're still going to win. Georgia's still going to win the East. They're still going to have an amazing season. SEC championship-wise, though, listen, I said it. Georgia always replenishes. I'm just quite curious to see what they're going to look like. I want to see what the impact of losing Todd Monken. And again, Saban.
Oh wait, so you have it? Do you have it like this for the SEC championship?
No, you had it right the first time.
All right. My apologies.
Listen, I said it in the playoffs. I literally already said it in the playoffs, but whatever.
I don't remember. I have to go back and watch.
I mean, pretty much there's not really much to say. Kind of what else everybody already said before. I mean, these are the top two teams. How am I disrespecting them? Whatever. Again, I think they lost. Not a lot, because again, Georgia always replenishes, but I do think just the fact that Saban actually went in the transfer portal to grab a quarterback, which he's never done. That recruiting class is going to actually probably be used. It was a weird year for Alabama last year. This is just what I got.
Hold up. Manny, that's not disrespectful when you got Nick Saban Alabama-led team who beat a Kirby Smart team like when they last played in the SEC championship game. It's not disrespectful at all.
Also, Fridge, I don't want to hear. I ain't listening to a little bitch who likes to quit. Come back to me when you don't want to quit after a single inconvenient.
Oh man,
Fridge, you cannot just take that level of disrespect for trying to fight back.
Chill.
Chill.
I mean, I think, like I said, I think these are some of the best teams in college football. So I don't disagree at all. But Fishin said that he's going to shake up his picks from what he originally had. So now I got to go back and redo my stuff. So thank you very much, sir.
Sorry.
That's all
No,
good.
you're not.
It's all good. This makes it interesting. So he's been doing his homework. So what you got for us, Fishin?
I feel very
no,
uncomfortable right now
Good.
because
We were just cheering like
with the
a minute ago.
research that I've done, I wanted to stay with my picks. I mean, I did.
Mhm.
Just to be consistent and everything. But I just
Yeah.
after what I've thought to myself, I just can't do it. So this is the thing.
Please.
Alabama and
Say-
Georgia. Alabama was the runner-up and Georgia was the champion
Okay.
in my initial.
Okay.
These are two very, very similar teams.
Mhm.
Both have new quarterbacks.
Eli
Mhm.
Ricks.
Oh,
Bama brings back Jace McClellan. True
Eli
freshman
Ricks.
Justice Haynes, 5-star. True freshman Richard Young, 5-star. But Georgia brings back two solid running backs, Dejon Edwards and Branson Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
The defenses, the linebackers are amazing. Alabama, Dallas Turner, Deontay Lawson, Jeremiah Alexander, and Chris Braswell was a monster last year. Same thing for Georgia. Small Munden, Jamon Dumas Johnson. They might both have
Eli
over
Ricks.
100, so just total tackles this coming year individually. As far as the secondary goes, Hayden mentioned Caleb Downs, true freshman. Desmond Ricks, true freshman, both 5-stars. They got Terrion Arnold coming back, Kool-Aid McKinstry on that team. On the edge, Keon Keeley, 5-star. Offensive tackle, Caden Proctor, 5-star. James Smith and Q Rusaw on the defensive front. They got pieces there. They're young. Georgia, defensive line, Michael Williams and Noah Stackhouse, probably going to be the two household names. Georgia's defensive front, I believe, is better. I feel like actually Alabama's defensive front is too young to be good this year. I think it'll get better as the year goes on, but I think they're just too young. It's actually very weak from the research that I've done. The front seven, not the front seven. The D linemen, the pure D linemen are weak to me.
Mm.
I didn't mention anything about the receiver corps for this reason and this reason only. And two reasons, and this is why Alabama is not the runner-up anymore. Georgia brings back Ra Thomas, Dominic Lovett, Lad McConkey, Rosamond Jackson, Arian Smith, and Bowers. 4,050 yards coming back of production at the wide receiver and, if you count Bowers, tight end position.
I was going to say, how much of that is accounted by
For
Bowers?
For Bama, Isaiah Bond, Ja'Cory Brooks, Jermaine Burton, Kobe Prentice. Not all bad receivers, but nobody's really broken out. Jermaine Burton's still the best receiver on that team. There's a combined 2,280 yards of receiving production coming back for Bama. And we still don't know who the quarterback is for Bama. And they're changing offensive coordinators, Tommy Rees. And they're changing defensive coordinators, Kevin Steele, which is old, and I think he's out of his time. I think Bama's going to be bad this year.
Oh, you're gonna go LSU, aren't you?
I think they might. I think they might have 3 losses.
You gonna go LSU?
Oh my god!
We don't know who the quarterback is yet. We saw Jalen Milroe last year. We never saw him really throw the ball that much. Saw him in one game versus A&M where he had 120 yards.
And he was running.
And he was running. Yes. I don't think Bama's going to be good.
Oh,
I don't.
You're going LSU, aren't
I tried to go LSU.
You're Ole
Chase
Miss?
Daniels and Garrett Nussmeier is highly underrated. They don't have a running back, really. Noah Kane and John Emery are going to have to step up, but they didn't do anything last year. Jaden Daniels led the team in rushing and passing.
You ain't about
LSU's
to do
defensive
it.
front is really good. Their question is at the secondary. We talked about Harold Perkins and Mason Smith, so we know they're good at linebacker.
You're not about to do what I think you're
Runner
about
up,
to do.
my runner-up is going to be
going
A&M.
Oh my goodness! That's worse than I thought.
I tried to go
Oh,
Ole
you're
Miss
gonna
too
go-
because of
I
Quinshon
thought
Judkson
you-
and everything. The three quarterbacks. Ole Miss had lost a lot of stuff.
They did.
But
Oh
A&M,
my
Hold,
goodness!
hold up though,
nowhere.
Fisher. Can I just give an honorable mention before you explain? Because I got a spicy one, a spicy honorable mention.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Not Arkansas. Y'all know how I feel about one guy,
Mississippi State.
Mississippi State, bro.
Will Rogers.
I think Will Rogers and how close he was to Mike Leach, bro. Y'all know how them little inspirational stories happen, bro.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And now that difference, the offense gonna look a little different too, where they're gonna start getting the running game more involved, which is gonna help him out. Y'all, all right. Go ahead, Fisher. Sorry,
Fisher,
I'm fanboying right now.
I can't sign this, bro. I can't.
But look, just hear me out.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Like I said, LSU and look, and another step at LSU real quick. Malik Neighbors had over a third of Jaden Daniels' receiving yards. Over a third.
Not Kayshawn Booty.
That boy was booty.
Not Kayshawn Booty, which is gone.
Mm-hmm.
There's no big time receiver other than Malik Neighbors. So they're going to be one dimensional too. I mean, I think LSU is going to be good, but question marks all around that I see.
Mm-hmm.
A&M has Connor Wegman and Max Johnson. Max Johnson, a solid backup. Connor Wegman, a 5-star. I'm expecting that Bobby Petrino takes the reins of the play calling and the offense and finally puts a spark into the anemic offense that has been at A&M with Jimbo. Right.
I mean, Evan Stewart. dude's
I'm
not that bad
getting
of a
there,
receiver.
brother.
Okay,
Trust
I'm
me.
sorry.
No, you're exactly right though. But LJ Johnson, a highly rated running back, and Ruud Obens, a 5-star coming into the running back room. LJ Johnson's been there a year, and so I feel like both of them are going to do pretty well. The O line and D line for A&M are dominant, pretty dominant. Like Sora said, you got Evan Stewart, Anaya Smith, Moose Muhammad, and Jaden Platt at tight end. So you have weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And on the defense, Sora, I think you're going to know these two names. Walter Nolan up front, 5-star. Shamar Stewart up front, 5-star. LT Nolan up front.
Yeah.
David Hicks was
I'm
the number
thinking
one
Page.
D-line recruit in the country, and he's on that team.
Evan Stewart was the number one wide receiver in last year's
He
class,
was.
I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, Hayden was talking about Alabama's number one. This was A&M's number one class last year, finally coming in. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I mean, to add on to it, Fisher, this is not a bad pick because people need to stop acting like Jimbo Fisher is a terrible coach too.
No.
He's a coach that has never adapted, and he already came out and said that he's going to do things the way that he wants to do it instead of going with the norm. Because remember all those years at Florida State where people were like, "You guys need to adapt to the spread offense," blah blah blah, and we won a national championship still. So, he got spoiled with having Kellen Mond and those mobile quarterbacks on the team. And I think things are going to be a little different. So, I mean, to say that this is far-fetched, it's not. And this is a redemption arc for Jimbo Fisher. I mean, I might be a little biased because I'm a Jimbo Fisher stan. I mean, to be completely honest with you, but I mean, we can't literally sit up here and say that he's a bad coach either because he's not.
And you gotta also think, because you want to talk about the motivation with like Will Rogers. Jimbo probably got a fire lit underneath him, especially with all the articles of like it literally costs less to hire an assassin than it would have to let Jimbo go.
Mm-hmm.
And he already beat his arch nemesis. He already beat Nick Saban one time. And Kirby Smart already did it. So they've already pulled back the scales and the armor of
that kick
of Nick Saban.
By the grace of God.
Yes.
Don't matter. They still won.
I mean, they did still win.
And somebody like Source says he has something to prove because people are saying he's washed. He ain't good anymore. He's going to be
Come
like,
on, Too Evil. Anybody that wins a national championship out of 133 schools in the country, yeah.
that's like,
That's why it's so impressive in college
That's why
football.
we talked about Ed Orgeron being such a good coach. But anyway,
Mhm.
look, lastly, just this, like I said, this was hard for me to do because I wanted to go with my original. Then I said LSU's got the next best team, but I see kind of one-dimensional things there and weaknesses on the team. I think A&M's defense from corner,
It's also still
linebacker,
Coach
and
O's team.
D-line is going to be one of the most balanced defenses in the SEC.
Mhm.
Josh DeBerry at corner, Sam McCall, transfer from Florida State, 5-star, Tony Grimes, and then Damani Robinson.
Tony Grimes from UNC?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. They lose Smoke Bowie to Georgia, but anyway. I'm just saying, it lines up.
Your champion's probably Georgia, isn't it?
Yes.
no.
Okay. Yep. So you got Georgia as your champion. So